No matter what the circumstance, what has unfolded or will unfold on any particular day, what is it that makes a great day? Just want to give a little brief on a couple of these readings and then dive into our main pearl from the scriptures. I'd say sometimes or often when we're going through, remember talking about the Bible, it's an entire library, and so it's complex, so many books from spanning so much history. We can hit some verses or parts and think, "Oh, that's odd." What? And we can almost just, I'm going to dismiss it. This one, is kind of strange. It struck me again. The holy people of God, Israel, saying, "Let us not again hear the voice of the Lord our God." Seems strange. Let us not again hear the voice of the Lord our God, nor see his great fire anymore, lest we die. And so they're calling for a mediator, a prophet, one to mediate God's voice, which is overwhelming and overpowering for us small creatures. And there was a time earlier for the holy people of God when God was speaking directly into the people's ear. And it was not comfortable. The other thing, I don't want to do too many briefs, it reminds me of Francis of Assisi, who once asked, "Is there music in heaven?" And the Lord said, "Yes." He said, "Can I hear the song?" And Francis asked, and God said, No, you're not capable. He said, "Please, God, please." He said, No. He said, "Please." He said, "Francis, if you hear it, you'll die." He said, "Well, at least let me hear one note, the song of heaven." And so God, he permitted, and it said Francis went into a coma for 3 days. That's the power of just the song of heaven, the worship of our God. And then here, we've had some selections from St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians speaking on marriage. It's this entire chapter 7 on marriage. But the thing is, there's this larger context, and there's a historical context. And what's on the brink, or it seems, is this terrible persecution, perhaps also a famine. So it's really a time of great unrest, and is this the greatest time to enter into marriage and family in this great unrest, persecution, famine? So that's some of the context there. Just hearkening back to the Bible, it's a library. It's a library, and there's a whole context. I want to look at this question. What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? It's a sort of stubborn protest. It's like a violent reaction of one who wants no other sovereign than themselves. Have you come to command us what we should and should not do? That's kind of like what's being said. Have you come to lead us on this narrow, constricting way? And for us, we're like the unclean spirits in some way, who have this rebellious heart. Our brokenness, we're like rebellious rebels in many ways. That's what it can feel like. If you come to lead us on this narrow, constricting way. And the answer is yes. We know the answer is yes. Our Lord, he says, come, take up your cross and follow me. No, the path to paradise is paved by way of the cross. That's hard, for us stubborn rebels to be directed and not to be the directors. This Jesus, the Holy One of God, tells us, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. There's no other way. That is unsettling, uncomfortable. That sort of absolute exclusiveness. Our Lord, there's no one else. There's no other way. But here, I know myself, my sinful, kind of stubborn. Who's the most stubborn? I'd like to learn. In heritage, I've heard the Polish are really stubborn. But I'm German. There's some stubbornness there. I want to be my own sovereign. I want to rule my own life. Lord, have you come to destroy us? Often this is how it can feel. Lord, you're telling me I can't do anything I want? Who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do? We have that. I have that. Who are you? And the answer is God. God. What is the antidote? How can we become docile to our God? We hear this. If today you hear his voice, harden not your hearts. What is it to harden one's heart? He said to protest, to stand stiff, to refuse to bend, to bow. But what is it to be docile? We hear in that psalm, come, let us bow down and worship. Let us kneel before the Lord who made us. For he is our God, and we are the people he shepherds, the flock he guides. What is it that makes a great day? No matter what the circumstance, what's unfolded or will unfold? For me, I would say, what makes a great day is when I bend to my knees and I recognize I'm a creature and he is the creator. When I bow down and worship, that's what makes a great day. And what a gift we have as Catholics to be summoned to bend our knee before our God, to be docile. I would say it begins, is sustained, and reaches like perfection in worship. Worship. A life of worship. Bending the knee before the Lord our Maker, remembering and even demonstrating through our posture that he is God and that we are not, that he is the creator and we are his creatures. What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? The answer is everything. Everything. What a gift, the life of bowing down before our God. What a gift to worship. What a gift to be Catholic and living a life of bending our knee before our God, our Maker. To be able to say, here I am, Lord, I've come. I'm ready to hear your voice. I'm willing to bow down and to bend my knee and to worship.